Okay, here we go. Okay, good evening. So let's come to a comfortable seat, trying to keep your spine long and straight, like a mountain spine. Close your eyes and begin to notice your breath. We take our breath for granted, right? It's passive in our life. We don't think about it. But when we do think about it, we have to realize that our breath is extremely powerful. If you think that athletes use their breath to pace themselves, women in labor use their breath to control contractions. And doctors use breath with their patients to reduce anxiety. So our breath is a healing process. When we control our breath, that's a pranayama, and yama means discipline or control. Prana is life force, that's our breath. So pranayama is controlling our breath, using our breath, just like those instances that I just described. And in yoga, we do that too. We help move by using our breath. Our breath moves us. So begin to deepen your breath and place one hand on your belly, or it could be both. And notice when you inhale and fill your belly, how your belly expands into your hands. And when you exhale, it moves towards your spine. Inhale, feel the shape of your breath in your hands. Exhale, allow your belly to recede. And continue to notice the shape your breath takes, the power it holds. It is a tactile thing right now as it fills up your hands. It's not just air. It's something you can touch and hold. Next, bring your hands to your ribs, one on each side of your ribs. Bring your middle finger to touching. And when you take a deep inhale, notice how your fingers separate. And when you exhale, they come together as your ribs come together. Inhale, feel your ribs widen. Exhale, feel them narrow. Inhale, they come apart. Exhale, your fingers meet. Feel the shape of your breath here. It's a different shape. Feel how expansive it is, how it reaches from side to side of your ribs. Next, bring your hands to your sternum, to the top of your breastbone. And when you inhale, feel your hands lifting upward. And when you exhale, feel them descend. Inhale, your whole chest ascends, and exhale, it descends. Feel it rising and falling. Rising and falling, and notice how the shape once again has changed. Your breath has a shape. And now leave one of your hands on your breastbone on the top of your sternum and your other hand on your belly. And as you take deep breaths and you exhale slowly, notice the cascading motion from one hand to the other. Notice the undulation of your breath. Notice the shape it is taking, like waves on the ocean. Release your arms, bring them to your thighs, and return to your natural breath. And then slowly open your eyes to take in the light. Bring your hands alongside your hips. Walk your right hand away. I am not mirroring you. I am on my right arm. And you're going to bend your elbow, left arm along left ear. And feel the stretch on your whole left side body from your hip to your fingertips. Feel the stretch. You're working to keep your shoulder away from your ear so that your shoulder isn't scrunched up. You're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, place your left hand forward of your right knee, and then bring both arms parallel. Your arms are straight, you're looking forward on an inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows towards your waist and fold over your right knee. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, straight arms, pause, and then slide your fingers back towards your right knee, left hand on right knee, right arm moves behind you, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, get taller, empty of breath, and see if you can twist a little bit more. And feel your breath. Feel the energy of your breath as it reaches up towards the crown of your head and as it descends to your seat. Feel its energy, feel its power. Now place your left hand on your right thigh, bring your right arm alongside your right ear, and you're going to do a lateral stretch in the opposite direction. You're going to use your left hand on your thigh to encourage both hips to be down on the mat and to give you some leverage so you can stretch to the left. Inhale, bring both arms up alongside your ears. Send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra, behind you, interlaced fingers. Press your fingers into the mat, or if you're on a blanket, into the blanket. And send your heart upward just for a little bit, baby back bend. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, fold over your legs any amount. On an inhale, let your knuckles lead you back up. And come back up to sit, release your arms. Left hand walks away from left hip, bend your elbow. Right arm alongside right ear. Stretch from your hip to your fingertips. Allow your body to get longer. Inhale, and on an exhale, place your right hand forward of your left knee, parallel arms. Nice, long, straight arms, you're looking forward. Inhale, exhale, bend your elbows and fold over your left knee. Inhale, straighten your arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and fold. On an inhale, straighten. Slide your hands to your knee. Right hand on left knee, looking over your left shoulder, your left hand for support behind you. When you inhale, you get taller. When you exhale, you twist a little bit more. Feel the space in your belly when you've exhaled completely. When you're empty of breath, feel that extra space and use it. Use that space, using the power of your breath. Place your right hand on your left thigh, left arm alongside left ear, lateral stretch to the right. Again, keep your both hips down and use your hand to help you stretch a little bit more. Inhale, both arms up alongside your ears. This time your arms are going to go behind you, but you're going to land on your palms. Your fingers pointing forward. So you're resting on your wrists. You're going to send your nose to the ceiling. And we're going to do 3 dragon's breaths. In the dragon's breath, we breathe in through the nose with the sigh through the mouth. So let's go. Inhale. Ha. 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 And now spring off your fingers, fold over your legs any amount. Bring your hands under your shoulders and allow that to help push you back up. Okay. All right. Send your legs straight out in front of you and shake them out. Rotate them. Right. I'm going to loosen up our legs a little bit. So first, come to Dandasana. And that means hands alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward, elbows back behind you, your feet are flexed, your leg muscles active, crown of your head reaching upward. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring it down. This time you're going to add your knees. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, point your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Release your arms. All right. You're going to bring your right leg in to your chest, your knee into your chest. And you're going to send your left leg out to the side, as wide as it is comfortable to go. You don't have to go very far. Go as far as your leg allows you to. It's still early in class. You're going to open your right leg out to the side. The sole of your right foot can be against your thigh. It can be a little bit away. You can open your leg a little bit to protect your knee if you have knee issues. Right. So you want to, wherever your foot is, you want to be square. So use your hips as a way to judge how square you are so that your pelvis lines up with the edge of the mat. Right. You're going to send your left arm straight out like you were reaching for your left foot. And you're going to let your hand land wherever it can or wherever it would like to. So it may be your foot, it may be your ankle, it may be your calf. Whatever you reach, you bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Look up at your right hand. Look down at your left hand. Look up, opening up your neck. Look down. Look up and look down. Bring your right arm onto your left ankle. Send your left arm back behind you. See if you can find it. Look over your left shoulder. Bring your left arm back and cross your wrists over your leg. It could be at your ankle, at your foot, at your calf, at your knee, wherever it lands. And fold over your left leg. Look up at your foot, uncross your arms, and slowly unfold. Okay. Look to center, again, squaring off your hips. Arms alongside your ears. So we're going to do a wide-legged Janu-Shirshasana, and we're going to start in the middle. Inhale, exhale. Come over the center line in between your legs, over your mat. Arms reaching out overhead. Come down as far as you are able tonight. Any amount is good. Slide your hands toward your leg as you come up to sit. Turn to your left leg. Bring your arms alongside your ears. This time you're twisting your hips a little bit here. Your sternum should be in line with your knee and your middle toe, if possible, as much as you can. Maybe it will be a little off center. Inhale, and then on an exhale, come over your extended leg any amount. Look up at your foot. Lift your arms alongside your ears and hinge back up. Bring your hands back down by your side, and you're going to switch legs. So now your right leg is extending out to the side, your left foot along inside your thigh, or wherever it is most comfortable for you. And you might not want to bend it so much if your knees give you problems. Right. So again, square your shoulders with the edge of the mat. You're going to send your right arm reaching for your feet or your ankle or your calf. Your left arm alongside your left ear. You're going to look up at your left hand, look down at your right hand. Look up and look down. Look up and look down. Inhale when you look up, exhale when you look down. You're going to send your left hand to cross over your right wrist. You're going to send your right arm back behind you. Look for your hand. You're going to lift your right arm again and cross at the wrist and fold. You're going to look up at your foot. Place your hands alongside your legs, slide them back and unfold, face center. Now here again, your hips are square with the edge of the mat. Arms alongside your ears. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, you'll come forward over your legs. Your arms reaching on the floor overhead in front of you. Look up between your hands or look forward. Slide your hands back to your shin. And turn to your extended leg. Again, trying to line up your sternum with your knee and your toes. Inhale your arms overhead. Inhale and exhale, extend over your long leg. Look up at your foot, bring your arms alongside your ears and unhinge. Bring your hands back down by your sides. Send both your legs out in front of you and shake them out. Okay, so we're going to come on to hands and knees now. And you're going to start in child's pose. So make yourself comfortable in your child's pose. Send your arms overhead for an extended child's pose. Look up between your hands, lift your hips, send them forward. Bring your heart between your arms. Extend your legs back behind you. They're long behind you. Inhale, exhale your hips back behind you. They're not going to go all the way because we're going to come right back up on an inhale. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. So get your dog all lined up, your chest coming towards your thighs, your heels coming towards the mat. You're pushing the mat away with your hands. And once you get your alignment, bend one knee and then the other to walk in place, to walk your dog. Opening up the backs of your legs. You're going to come forward to plank. You're going to bring your left knee down underneath your left hip. You're going to swivel your right foot on the mat. Sole of your foot is on the mat. Line up the arch of your right foot with your left toes and fan open. Send your right arm alongside your right ear. Send your right toes away from you. This time it's a full side body stretch. Bring your foot down, your hand down, and your knee down. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Bring your right knee to the mat. Swivel your left foot on the mat. Right toes line up with left arch. Fan open to the left. Left arm alongside left ear, stretch from toes to fingertips. Inhale your hand down, your knee down, hips to heels. Come up to a table. On an inhale, you're going to curl your spine towards the mat for a dog spine. Feel your shoulder blades coming together. Feel your sits bones moving upward. Feel the shape of your spine as it curls towards the mat. On an exhale, send your spine arching to the sky, shoulder blades spread apart. Tailbone moves downward. And continue at your own pace, inhaling on your dog spine, exhaling in your cat. Follow the shape of your breath as it changes from one shape to the other as you direct your spine, arching it and curving it. Next time you're in your cat spine, pause. And then come to a neutral spine. Bring your right forearm down to the mat. Bring your left forearm down to the mat. Your shoulders, your elbows should be under your shoulders. Your knees under your hips. And you're going to slide back and forth like a little toy train on its tracks. And then you're going to come back forward with your elbows under your shoulders, directly under your shoulders. You'll send both legs or one leg at a time back behind you to come down on your belly for Sphinx pose. You're looking forward, looking over the desert, the Sphinx. You're going to point both hands towards the corners of your mat and send them a little bit forward, a little bit farther, extend beyond the corners, and then straighten your arms. For a back bend, feel that back bend. Bend your elbows, bring them back down to the mat. Bring your hands back to your arms so that your forearms are parallel. Step your hands up just one hand's length forward. Press the palms of your hands into the mat, straighten your arms. Bring your elbows back down to the mat. Slide your hands in so that your elbows are under your shoulders. Hands flat, palms flat on the mat, and straighten your arms for a little deeper back bend. We're coming to a straight arm cobra here. Bring your elbows back down, bring your forehead to the mat, slide your hands alongside your breast. On an inhale, you're going to lift your head and your chest just a little bit. Do not press into the mat with your hands, just your head and your shoulders come up from the mat. Exhale them back down. Again, baby cobra. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale down. Keeping your elbows close to your body. This time when you inhale, you're going to come all the way up to a full king cobra. And that means your elbows will still be bent a little bit because your pubic bone stays on the mat. So you are unlikely to have straight arms. For a cobra, king cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale and then exhale, bend your elbows and come all the way down to the mat. We're going to do that again for our king cobra. Inhale, push yourself up. Keep that pubic bone on the mat so that you have contact constantly with the mat, the power of the cobra. Inhale, exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Release your arms alongside your body and just rest for a moment. You can turn your head to one side or the other, whichever side you prefer. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Straighten your arms, lift your hips. Come slowly into a child's pose. Rock your hips a little bit from side to side. And come back to center. We're going to come back to where we were. Bringing one forearm down, bringing the other forearm down. Sliding your legs back behind you. Now you're going to send your left fingers to your right elbow. And you're going to roll over on to your left side. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So this is kind of how you should be. So the tricky part with doing poses on our side is staying on your side and not rolling your hips back. So you want to try and stay on your hip. Use your right hand as like a kickstand to help you keep your hips in place. Flex your feet. Inhale, lift your top leg a little bit and then bring it down. Lift it a little bit more and bring it down. A little bit more and bring it down. And now you're going to lift it to your full range, whatever that might be. So inhale, lift it up as high as you can. If you can get your foot where your toes are coming towards where your knee is coming towards your shoulders, maybe you can reach for your foot. If so, then release it and bring your leg back down on top of the other leg. All right. So this time you're going to send your top leg straight out in front of you. You're going to bring it back where it was. Send it back behind you as far as it can comfortably go. Bring your legs back together again. I'm going to do that again. Send your right leg straight out so that maybe it's parallel with your left arm. Send it back on top of your leg. Send it back behind you. Bring one leg on top of the other. We're going to do that again, only this time when you bring your leg forward, you're going to place it down, making it parallel with your left forearm. And if it's not, can't come all the way, that's perfectly fine. Eventually, you will get it there. You're going to bend your bottom leg, and you're going to reach for your foot and open your heart to the sky. This is a yin pose called the cattail. Like you were pulling the cat's tail with your left foot. Sounds abusive to me, I don't know. Release your foot. Bring your legs back together, come back down on your belly. I'm just going to change to the other side so I can be facing you. So you're back down on your belly in your Sphinx pose. You're going to bring your right fingers to your left elbow. You're going to roll over on to your right side. One leg on top of the other. Bring your left hand down in front of you, again, like a kickstand. Inhale your leg up just a little bit and bring it back down. Inhale a little bit more, bring it back down. Inhale a third time, bring it back down. And on the fourth time, you're going to go your absolute full range, lifting it up as high as you can. Maybe you can reach for your toes. See if you can stay on the side of your body. And release it. Bring it down. Send your top leg out in front of you and then bring it back. Send it back behind you. I have an obstacle here, so I can't go back too far. And bring one leg on top of the other. Out in front of you, back behind you. Out in front of you, and this time you're going to leave it down on the mat. So your legs should be parallel with your forearm. You're going to bend your bottom leg, take your foot in your hand, and open your heart up to the sky. Release your foot. Bring one leg on top of the other and come to roll down back onto your belly. Place one hand on top of the other, making a pillow for your forehead. Makarasana, the crocodile pose. Taking a few breaths. So as any self-respecting crocodile would do, we're going to open up our jaw. Yeah, and so you'll do that by lifting your head. Slide your arms closer to your chest, lift your head, and then close it like you were making a slight cat back, and then open it like you were making a little bit of a dog back. Close it. Open those jaws big and wide. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back down. Bring your arms back where they were, your hands under your forehead. Bring your hands under your shoulders, slide them out, push into the mat, straight arms, come onto your knees, come up to stand on your knees. Right, and then we're going to step on one foot and step on another and come to stand. Glasses. Okay. All right. So we have to do just a little bit of something standing, but I kind of like every once in a while having a class where we're just on the ground or just standing. All right. Come to your mountain. Crown of your head reaching for the sky, your feet rooted. Send your arms, shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Arms naturally by your side. Bring your belly toward your spine. Let your breath help you do that. Inhale, lift. Feel the lift on the inhale. Exhale. Keep the lift as you exhale. Inhale, arms up overhead. Bring your prayer to your heart. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring it down. All right. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs. Hang over. Inhale, come halfway to a flat back. You can have your hands on your shins. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, send your right leg back behind you, send your left leg back behind you, downward facing dog. Get your dog aligned. And now you're going to place your right forearm on the mat and your left forearm on the mat for a forearm down dog. You're going to come forward with your shoulders over your elbows for a forearm plank. Back to down dog. Come forward to plank. Back to down dog. Walk your feet in a little bit in your forearm down dog. A little bit more. And then you're going to slide forward like we did earlier and back. This is dolphin dive, the dolphin dive, dolphin pose. And then when your hips are high in the sky, you're going to bring your knees to the mat, send your hips to your heels, send your arms back alongside your body, and fold over your legs. You're going to stretch one arm out in front of you. You're going to stretch the other arm out in front of you. You're going to lift your hips. You're going to turn under your toes, downward facing dog. You're going to step your right leg forward, your foot forward, and then your left. Fold over, Uttanasana. You're going to fly out and up and bring that energy to your heart. All right, we're going to do that again. All right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. The left leg goes back. Right leg goes back, downward facing dog. Bring your right forearm to your left forearm to the mat and your right. Come forward to a plank. Back to down dog. Come forward to a plank. Back to down dog. From down dog, you're going to walk your feet a little bit closer and begin to slide back and forth in your dolphin pose. Back to down dog, bring your knees to the mat, your hips to your heels. Let your arms come alongside your legs and relax. Both arms overhead, turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. So you see all of our forearm work. There was a reason for that. Bring your chin to your chest, roll your shoulders, and make your way down to the mat. When you get to the mat, you'll sit your legs straight out in front of you. Come to Dandasana. So I will wait for you to get here. Okay, good. Inhale your arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, come forward with a flat back. Use those abdominal muscles to give you more space so you can come down more comfortably over your legs. You're hinging from your hip sockets, not your belly. Look up at your feet, arms alongside your ears. Hinge all the way back up. Bring your arms down by your side. Both arms out in front of you, palms facing each other. And make your way slowly, slowly. You don't have to put a count to it, but make it nice and slow. Your journey all the way down to the mat. Don't let your back flap on to the mat. Come all the way down. And when you get there, you're going to bring your feet flat on the mat. You're going to bring your arms alongside your body, your palms facing down. You're going to walk your feet in just a little bit. We're not going to do bridge, but we're going to do something like it. You're going to lift your hips and then bring them back down. Don't let them touch the mat. Lift and down like you're pulsing your hips up and down, pulsing them up and down. And then bring them all the way down. If you have a block or a blanket, you'll reach for it. You'll press your feet into the mat. You'll lift your hips and you'll slide the block or the blanket underneath your sacrum, just below your waist, and lift one leg to the sky and then the other. For your final inversion, your final extending pose. This is a variation of Viparita Karani, which is legs up against the wall, which is an amazingly cooling and healing pose. It drains fluid, excess fluid from your legs. It ever so slightly slows your heartbeat, like you were getting ready to sleep. It improves circulation. And I may have said this to you before, but I will say it again. If you're having trouble sleeping, I would get out of my bed, bring my legs up against the wall, just like this, like you were sitting on the wall. Your hips as close to the wall as you can get them. And with your legs against the wall, there's no effort, none at all. And it intensifies all the benefits of this pose, helping you to come into total relaxation. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, lift your hips if you have anything underneath and remove it. Extend one leg on the mat and then the other for Shavasana. Your arms are alongside your bodies. They're rotated, so your palms are facing upward. They're a little away from your body. Let your legs just splay open naturally. Feel your whole back body giving into gravity. Feel the weight of your back body and let it go. Just melt in to the earth. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. While you are in your Shavasana, follow your breath. Follow the rhythm of your natural breath. Take a deep breath, returning to your body, waking it up. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you in the opposite direction. Feel that last long body stretch. Then bring your knees into your chest and hug them and roll from side to side. Release your knees and come onto whichever side you prefer, landing in a fetal position. And when you're ready, make your way up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart when you get there. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Let's remember the power of our breath, our life force, our prana. One last time, deep breath in, long, slow exhale. Thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.